Speakers Bank Podcast. Our voices, our views.
Hi, welcome to Speakers Bank Podcast. I'm here with Riki Domagalski. So I'm Warren, and this is...
I'm Laline.
Yep, our voices, our views. We'll start with Riki and... Yep.
So Riki, welcome to Speakers Bank again.
Thank you very much for having me.
You've been a speaker for so long.
I have been a speaker for a while, yes.
Okay, and we're so happy to see you again here in Speakers Bank. Our first question is, can you share something about yourself, your family, and your background?
Well, I was born in Melbourne and I did all my schooling up in Shepparton in the country and moved back down to Melbourne when I was 22 and been back here ever since. I have a sister, a younger sister, and I'm an auntie to a beautiful nephew and niece.
So can you share something about your living conditions and your disability as well?
I, for the last nearly 3 years, have been living out of home, so I moved out of home quite late in life. Purely because of money, and we'll talk more about income and work down the track, but that's been one of my biggest hurdles. I've had to have my parents' support. Moving out of home, we've had to do a collective effort. I actually have a vision impairment. I am legally blind and I use screen magnification aids, large print, other kinds of vision equipment as well. I have an ID cane to help me get around and to alert other people that I have vision loss as well. And I think that's also caused me in having a disability has prevented me in getting paid work, which has had secondary consequences of depression, anxiety and stress over income barriers.
Oh, okay.
So what are more the challenges you faced while living with disability?
As I've already mentioned, income, that is definitely the main one. It's definitely a very big struggle when living on a pension. I've only ever lived on a pension. When I was at school, I knew my place, I knew to respect my elders. I mean, I respect my elders now anyway, but it was like I had that safety net, that protection of adults. And I think, well, I know for a fact, my biggest fear as a child was growing up. What's going to become of me? How am I going to be able to financially survive? What independence am I going to have? What freedoms am I going to have in life?
So, like these challenges that you mentioned, what did you and your family do to overcome these challenges and these obstacles?
Well, my parents helped me financially move out of home, which has been a big blessing, and hopefully they will continue to financially support me. And at school, I got bullied a lot. That was also a problem. Sometimes I had to speak to teachers. I had teachers' aides and support at school with my education. medical supports, they would take me to specialists, not just the doctors, but there would be eye specialists, mental health specialists, specialists for this and that and a whole range of things, and to get me the supports that I needed.
Yeah, that's good.
So all those challenges that you faced, what are the most helpful factors in your life? Like, do you have a hobbies or pastime activities?
I find my meditation, my mindfulness very helpful. I listen to my meditation every day, mostly at night, but it's when I have opportunities to do so. And there's a particular website called Excel at Life, and they have happy habits, panic and anxiety, depression, the worry box, and there's a whole heap of different things that Excel at Life help you engage in and problem solve, and it was an amazing thing for me to actually stumble across that app. But it's only available through Android. Apparently it's not available to iPhone users yet, which is a little bit annoying for those people, because I'm referring these websites and apps to people, and they're like, I've got an iPhone.
It doesn't work. Yeah. So,
Number 7?
But of course my parents, I would not be where I am today without my parents having my back.
yeah.
They are my number one supporters. Them and my partner Mike also.
You get lots of support.
I do. I have a lot of love in my life, and I'm a lucky girl.
So can you share more about the types of work that you have experienced before?
In terms of paid work, I've had 7 months paid work in my life. My first one was in a community jobs program at what was then the RVIB, the Royal Victorian Institute for the Blind, before it became Vision Australia.
Oh.
So that was for 16 weeks at the Steve Bratt state government were paying our wages, and then as soon as they stopped paying our wages, it was see you later. And I had a 12-week job at Vic Roads doing office admin work, and that came to the end when that financial year finished as well in 2013. But plenty of volunteer work.
Yep.
Obviously, I do speaking gigs with Speakers Bank.
Yep.
I've also been a part of the Ambassadors Program with Banksia Gardens in Broadmeadows. I've done TV and radio at RMIT through a group called Disability Media, which did have a TV program called No Limits.
Yep.
So I did presenting, hosting, crew work there, a whole range of experiences, because I'm very passionate about educating the community about the impact of disability on our lives, the good and the bad. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff that I've done. I'm currently a Toastmaster, and I practice my public speaking skills at my Toastmasters meetings. They also help you engage in leadership and mentoring and other kind of leadership things. And I've also done mentoring and leadership through other avenues such as Blind Citizens Australia, a program called Social Impact or After Hours. So I could just go on and on. But none of it put money in my pocket.
Yeah, it's volunteer work.
Yep.
Yep.
So for those plenty volunteer work you have done before, what is the most rewarding aspect of your work?
In terms of the volunteer work, not the paid work.
Maybe what in for volunteer work and for the paid work.
Well, for the paid work, the most rewarding was obviously having the extra cash. In terms of the volunteer work, aside from the social engagement with people in the community, it's also educating people in the community about disability and the impact that it has on people's lives, and just giving people more knowledge about our skills and abilities and what we can achieve, and how without their support, how depressing and isolating it can be as well. So we give them educated the flip side too,
Yep.
so that they get like the whole whole picture.
Yep. So what do you think is the biggest challenges in the sector of doing disability work?
Trying to get paid work.
Yeah.
Paid work is the hardest thing. I think also in the public sector, doesn't matter whether it's the disability, whether it's aged care, whether it's children's services or whatever, a lot of it is, I know I sound like I'm generalising, but the fact is, whether it's philanthropic trusts or other funding avenues,
Yep.
I don't think whether you have a disability or not, you don't have a stable career from 1 year to the next, because you never know whether you're going to be approved of further funding
Yep.
work. So it certainly isn't a stable
Yeah.
career environment, which which really isn't good. And I can honestly say, with a lot of the volunteer work that I have actually done, the reason I'm not working in those organisations anymore is because their funding was cut. What they think is that they give them a lump sum in their first year to get them started, and then each year they get less and less and less. And unless they get the same amount of funding from year to year, they're not able to be sustainable on their own. So the groups and the organisations close down, and that's happened on many occasions.
Yep. That's pretty sad.
So thank you for all your message. Do you have a last message to people with disability?
Aside from give us the opportunity to have paid work, it is keep your chin up, keep working towards your goals, and don't let having a disability define you. It's not who you are, it's a part of who you are. And for me, I can honestly say that without the challenges that I've had, it's given me the opportunity to develop empathy and compassion and tolerance to other people's situations. And as much as we can't drum into other people the education, because they have to want to learn, just be at peace with who you are and love yourself, and the positive energies will eventually come.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you,
very
Riki.
much.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Riki, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.